Welcome, North Node in Libra. Welcome back to Mystically Soul. My name is Lisa, and I am here for another North Node reading. I did give a little explanation for what the North and South Node is in the last video. If you're unsure, I did put some details in the description box. And you can also kind of do a search of North and South Node. If you're unsure if your specific North Node, then please refer to your astrological birth chart. Okay, so let's get into the video. Today we are asking Spirit to give us some messages for the North Nodes, North Node in Libra. What do you need to know right now? What is important for you to know right now? What is important for North Node in Libra to know right now? And what is the energy coming in to North Node in Libra? And if your North Node is in Libra, that means your South Node is in Aries, okay? So just to kind of give you a little blurb about that. So yes, so your North Node is, what you're working on over your lifetime, with your collection of life experiences and learning and growing and all of that good stuff. You are headed towards, or your point of destiny are these Libra qualities. The Libran qualities are being affable, aesthetic, artistic, balanced, charming, kind, cooperative, flirtatious, refined, social, and gracious. Okay, so those are some of the Libran qualities that you will find will make your life journey a little bit easier, maybe, or you might have a more fulfilling, purpose-driven life if you're embracing these aspects of yourself. And with your South Node in Aries, again, your South Node is just kind of like a more familiar, more unconscious kind of, where you're coming from in terms of your previous lives. So it's an energy that you're more comfortable with, and that is being active, ambitious, assertive, competitive, courageous, individualistic, and self-assured. Okay, so right, so we want to ask Spirit, the angels, the ancestors, spirit guides for North Node in Libra, messages for their best and highest good. What does North Node in Libra need to know right now? What is for their best and highest good? North Node in Libra, North Node in Libra, messages for their best and highest good. What do they need to know right now? Okay. So North Node in Libra, we got our cards. We got the Nightingale and the Elk. Okay. The Nightingale and the Elk. Yeah, I'm going to move this. If my energy seems a little low right now, it's probably because I'm trying to fast on Fridays. So if you haven't ever heard of fasting on the day that you're born, it's a good way to just kind of like cleanse your system, sort of reset the body. And I've been really not eating great lately, like at all. I mean, I am plant-based, but I had frozen pizza and I did eat the cheese, and my husband bought these like refrigerated biscuits and I ate those. Those definitely have butter in them. So I've just not been really eating well. And so now doing this fast today, it's like 11:20 and I'm like dizzy and hungry. And I don't know. I mean, I'm going to try to make it, guys, but let me know down in the comments if you guys do any kind of fasting, like intermittent fasting, or if you ever like do any kind of fasting. um I it's a good thing to do, but I definitely like eating, and I enjoy I mean, I guess like I have addiction issues. That's probably for another video. um and I have definitely worked on other addictions, so I'm very proud of myself. But it's like, you kind of like lose one addiction and then you replace it for another addiction, right? So it's like, oh, okay, like I'm not addicted to this, but now like I'm addicted to that, right? So anyway, North Node in Libra. These are your cards. You got the Elk and the Nightingale. So, speaking of addiction issues, the Elk is masculine energy. Sometimes he does overdo it with overindulgence. Okay, so that is definitely, one of the recommendations is to, be mindful of what you're consuming, and be mindful of, right, like, oh, I need to let my dog in. Hold on a second. Yeah, you're inside now, Max. You're good. You're good, buddy. Okay. Sorry for that interruption, but I think he needed water, and yeah, so if he starts barking at the door, it's like time to let him in. Anyway, so yeah, the Elk. Sometimes with overindulgence with things, with this masculine energy, there could become an imbalance of energy. You know, like maybe sometimes like if you like eat too much or drink too much, um, it could manifest as, having a temper, right? Like next thing you know, like, you know, you're getting in a fight, or like if you don't, have like, then once you don't have the thing, then you're snippy, right? So, this card actually kind of like represents that. The imbalance of masculine energy can kind of be like, overindulgence in like consumption of things, right? um because really masculine energy is supposed to be, provider, protector, creator, generator, right? um Thinker, doer, right? So if you're sort of not disciplined with, what you're taking in, then your output sort of suffers, right? So the masculine energy sort of suffers in that way, if that makes any sense. We'll also read from the book, but and then the Nightingale is really about finding your voice. What is your true voice? What is your song? What are you meant to express at this time, and sort of the need to express something. Um, you have an important message to share. Um, so it could be a time to kind of get clear, with the Elk there too. It could be also a time for you guys to maybe do some chakra alignment work, do some fasting, because that sometimes will help with being able to channel from source, or like, your higher self will be able to kind of, you can get like clear on, what your higher self is trying to tell you, if you don't have like all of this other junk in your system. So junk in your system meaning like, sugar and meat and alcohol and, whatever. And then here, getting clear is also like not taking in a lot of junk in your mind, right? Just social media junk, or like, people who are like kind of toxic and negative, or just like always talking about negative stuff. That could oftentimes sort of cloud, what your higher self is trying to relate to you. Okay, so North Node in Libra, I am going to read from the book about these cards and see what else we can get uh, from this message. Okay, so the elk is stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. When in balance, supportive, kind, consistent. When out of balance, pretentious, high, and mighty. To bring into balance, eat and drink more consciously. Okay? So, yeah, the eat and drink more consciously. It's interesting, when you think about, you know, being sort of like this like stable, calm person. Like if your output is peaceful, your input also, should have some level of peace, right? And so if you're just kind of like putting whatever into your body, if you're like a human trash bin, your output may also kind of be trash, right? However, when you're being mindful of what you choose to put in your body, then you can be more mindful about what you're putting out into the world. So the nightingale, fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat. To bring into balance, music. And I would add that, if there is some sort of blockage between the heart and the throat, definitely listening to like healing music. I like, singing bowls. I listen to like calm whale, healing vibrations, and meditative mind are some of the a few of the healing YouTubers that I like to listen to. You can look up specifically like heart chakra meditation or throat chakra meditation, and listen to that to kind of like open up and balance those chakras. All right, so we're going to move on to the Mythical Goddess Tarot deck, where we're going to ask about some challenges that is facing North Node in Libra right now. Okay, so what are the challenges facing North Node in Libra? Sorry, I'm just kind of moving things around. What challenges are facing North Node in Libra right now? What are some actions? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, well, that seems significant. So we're going to let that one come out. Okay, so what are some challenges that North Node in Libra is facing right now and some actions for them to take? Okay. Right. And we'll just get one more because the other card, I don't know if it was like already flipped over. So we'll just get one more. Oh, okay. Well, that's too many. That's too many. Okay, so I'll show you. We got Gaia and we got Lilith. Lilith keeps coming up. I have had maybe 3 or 4 other signs that got the Lilith card, which is really interesting. Specifically asking about challenges. Okay, so we got our other card. Okay, so you got the World for challenges and actions to take. Also, Lilith, power, and Earth, Crone, ascension. All right, so, And this one I'm going to kind of like put up here. So, I mean, I don't really know how to interpret the World as being a challenge, but I mean, there could be, so when you think of the world, you're thinking of abundance, you're thinking of, compassion, nurturing, wholeness, right? So there could be some sense of lack for North Node in Libra. Like that could be one of the challenges. So one of the challenges could be this kind of this idea of lack, or like not having enough, and not having the power to make the changes that you want to see. This definitely feels like the action, Crone Ascension. So I'm going to read from the book. Okay, so let's first read the World card from the book. Okay, Gaia. All right. The great mother Gaia is the earth and all powers of the earth, the very soul of this planet. The skies and seas and all creatures of this world come from her womb. Originally an ancient Greek goddess, she was born from chaos into beauty and wholeness. She is moistness, fertility, and the deep-breasted one where all life originates. She is known in the depths of nature. Lush, beautiful Gaia gives, sustains, and nurtures life with her abundant gifts. She is surrounded with the aboriginal rainbow serpent as the mother of all life. The earth goddess as mother reminds you that all life is kin, animal, flora, and human. She offers harvest, abundance, and fulfillment. She is the highest culmination of form that can be attained and experienced. Gaia represents the union with all life that is your birthright. Through Gaia, you are reborn into a new self with new consciousness. She is the ultimate transformation, and all life transforms with her. She offers totality, wholeness, individuation, and connection. Walk with respect upon her belly and know that you are connected with all life, and your path will be illuminated in her limelight. All right. So with this card, and because we were asking for what are the challenges that Libra faces, again, besides like lack, I'm also kind of getting this sense of like being separate or being other or like not connected or not finding connections. So that could be a challenge that you feel like you're facing right now. And with this card, it's sort of giving like, you know, connect with the earth, like reconnect with the earth. Um, that could be a way to, oddly enough, find connection with others if that's what you're looking for. So like plant your feet in the grass, in the dirt. Um, connect with nature, like listen to nature, whether it's animals, like observe nature and learn what you can learn from nature. Um, yeah. Appreciate the vulnerability of nature also. Um, and there might be some strength to find in your own vulnerability when you observe the the power of nature, how nature is both vulnerable and powerful. So these are some of the things that you might learn from reconnecting with nature, and in that will find your own power. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book Lilith, and I'm telling you, Lilith keeps coming up. So I almost feel like I should do a Lilith reading at some point because she just keeps coming up. Like she won't stop. And I think a lot of people are really going through a time where they're coming into their own power. And so I think that that is a challenge that some of us have is, you know, my gosh, this world has kind of like suppressed us and like told us to like shut up and be quiet and like just, get a job and get married and have kids and, you know, watch TV and buy all this shit. And, we're like, no, like, we don't need that. We don't need that. Like, we're going to do our own fucking thing. And thanks, but no thanks. Right. So we're coming into our own power, and it's not a straight shot, right? Like there's ebbs and flows. So anyway, the message. Okay. Lilith is the goddess of wanton sexual power who can never be overtaken or manipulated. Originally an ancient Sumerian goddess, she later was morphed by the Hebrews into the first female on earth. Sorry, that's not super clear there. Okay, there we go. That's better. Unwilling to be subservient to Adam, Lilith not only left him, but used her wiles to trick God into giving her wings so that she was able to fly far from Eden into the desert. She brought agriculture to the people and is the protector of children and women in childbirth. Beautiful Lilith flies above the shackles of this world on her wings of freedom. Her taloned feet are her foundation of wildness and power. Lilith's fiery, independent Aries spirit is without compromise, insisting through her very nature that women are beings of equality, answerable to no one. She is sexual freedom and expression, a leader who empowers others. Lilith teaches you to trust your own core power, take the lead in your life, and go for it. In the full expression of your sexual energy and unbridled power of authority, you show uncompromising loyalty to your inner passion. Your own authenticity is at issue. This is the time to let loose the strength of your desire and focus on your goals to take you where you deserve to be. Yes, queen. So a few of the things that I picked up there is her taloned feet, and like also me saying something about earthing, like grounding yourself into the earth, right? And so I feel like that has some significance. Maybe that's something for you to do, North Node in Libra. Also, another thing that I picked up is that your South Node is in Aries, and she is represented by Aries, right? So it's almost like, your North Node is Libra, and Libra is very representative of, you know, connecting with others. It's the house of like partnerships and marriage, relationships. Libra is the type of sign where you're very you're expected to be very like gracious and cooperative. It's balance, right? You don't upset the apple cart, you stay balanced. And Aries is just like psh, you know what I mean? So that is part of your nature, and that may be something that you are trying to balance, is not to be so aggressive, so forthright, or not to insist your will on others. So that could be something that you're learning to modulate, and, you know, so like spirit hears you and recognizes that that you're working on trying to kind of balance those energies within yourself. It's not easy. Um, But the message is trust your own core power. Take the lead in your life, right? So part of the message is possibly like take the lead in your life, meaning, you don't have to change other people. You don't have to force your will onto anybody. Um your truth is for you to express, and whoever resonates with it or whoever gravitates to that, um the message was meant for them, right? So do. Oh yeah, and then protector of children and women. That also had significance. Like it just kind of popped out to me. Also because this is the energy of Gaia, and Gaia also popped out too. So maybe you guys, that's some sort of purpose for you guys. Okay, so Earth Crone Ascension is our last card. Are you going through some sort of ascension right now, North Node in Libra? Um, let's read. Okay, the radiant crone of Earth represents the ascension of the body, her very cells transmuted to light. She is the warrior goddess aligned with the passionate Earth, breaking old stories and shifting behaviors. She brings opportunities of new consciousness, heart, mind, and body. She shifts the DNA through her transformative power. The Earth Crone brings you the power of change and ascension while still embodied. She is here to assist you in letting go of the old in yourself so the identity you have held dear can be released and transmuted into new DNA and new form. Welcome the shift and let your world ascend into integration and healing. That's beautiful. So yeah, I'm also picking up what they said in the elk card, to be mindful of what you're consuming, to kind of eat and drink consciously, I think was the recommendation. I feel like that will assist you with whatever kind of like ascension you're going through right now, or whatever kind of DNA upgrade that you're experiencing. Being mindful of what you consume, I, I'm no judgment, literally no judgment, because I'm so up and down with what I consume. So I'm definitely not like, the health guru or anything, but it is something that I try to practice with some regularity, is like eating kind of a little bit cleaner, or like going on a fast. So, if it's not something that you've ever done, maybe you can kind of just eat clean for like a day or a couple days, to kind of really get the benefits of this ascension that you're going through. Okay, so we are going to pull some chakra affirmation cards to close out the reading. All right, so let's see. North Node in Libra. North Node in Libra. What are some chakra affirmation cards for you guys? All right. I love and accept myself. I love and accept myself. Yes, no more being a harsh judge of yourself, right? No more of that. I allow creativity to flow through me freely. I allow creativity to flow through me freely. All right, so those are your chakra affirmations. Thank you so much for joining me, North Node in Libra. Let's take this time to thank our higher self, spirit, our angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Thank you so much for watching this video and joining me. And I hope you were able to get something beneficial out of it. And I will see you in the next video. All right, bye, guys.